Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here reporting for the festival. So today we are back at Forza Horizon 4 in winter, and today we are going to go for an adventure with this car right here. This is the 1997 Land Rover Defender 90. Well, it is a Land Rover from the 90s, and I set it up from, well, I kinda set it up to be like a safari off-roader somewhat. Not really safari, I'm not too sure, but well, we have a place to put our stuff up on top, and we have a scuba pipe on the front right side. Well, I painted it in white because it's winter and I think I kinda wanted to blend in with the snow. So yeah, nothing much to talk about this car really. I mean, the only thing that I want to talk is that I kinda want to find something else to replace my other Land Rover for cross country, and well, I already tested this car and I think this car is pretty nice to drive for cross country races. It has a V8 by the way, and well, as much as I want to use the default, the stock engine, it cannot reach A class, which is where cross country class exists, because on lower class, on B class there is only rally. But on A class, that's where cross country starts, so I have to swap the engine and put some upgrades to it. And as you can see, I actually lowered the car with the rally suspension. And this car is actually not that big for a Land Rover. And it has a bunch of stuff going on. External roll bar here to protect from impact and stuff, and I also put on the internal anti-roll bar just to be sure this car won't squish when it roll over. And well, the paint job is from the factory by the way. Yes, that's right, the white paint job is from the factory, and there's the scuba there, so when you go to into deep water, it will still have some air into it. The front, I added some protection to the lights there on the grill. You have quite a lot of option, like putting another front rail or remove the bull bar completely. And on the back, well, it's pretty much that really. Like, I don't have much to talk because I don't have any livery put on aside from the official factory paint job from Land Rover in the 90s. And yeah, this car is as old as me, like holy shit. But I do love 90s car from time to time, you know. And by the way, the odd things about this car is this car has only one reverse light. Like, I'm pretty sure if you have a severe case of OCD, you won't like this. Because, well, we have 3 lights. Well, brake lights, turn signal, and the first light. But then on the other side, you only have the brake lights and the turn signal. But you do have the badging for the Land Rover there, which also says Defender 90. And of course, we have the big tire, the big spare tire on the rear. This is a really classic thing for cars like this, you know. I mean, Suzuki Jimny has it, Jeep has it, even Hummer I think has it at some point. But yeah, that's about it for the car. Like, there's not much to talk. But what we can talk about this car is that this car has a pretty good performance for cross country, and we will see it on the first race. Alright, we are on Castle Cross Country Circuit, and well, we will see how this car performs. But yeah, it has quite a good acceleration by the way when I tested, which I'll show you right here. Yeah, as you can see, the acceleration is pretty good. And this car actually has a pretty good handling by the way. But you got to be careful when driving this because it felt really light. So it won't be on the ground for a lot of the time. As you can see there, and we will get sideswiped because the weight is pretty light, on 1,400 kilos, which is arguably not that heavy, you know. But the handling, as you can see there, it can keep the speed around the corner really well for this kind of races. But yeah, around the corner this car is really strong. Oh no, that's a bad one. Ooh. That's almost disastrous, but very good, very good. But yeah, around the corner this car has a lot of advantage. But it's really good. But then, for a 1,400 kilogram car, this car can be stopped by objects fairly effectively. Like, it will slow down by a lamp post, which is interesting for this game, really. I mean, well, you will get stopped by a lamp post in real life, but in this game, usually you can get away with that rather easily. And yes, as you can see, around the corner, it can keep the speed really well. And the ground clearance is also pretty nice, you know. I mean, I already lowered it and still 23 centimeters underneath there, which is very good. Oh no. Okay. I almost flipped that, I think. But yeah, as you can see, this car is amazing. I think I can replace it with my main A-Class Land Rover with this car. But it suffers the same problem with this, the Land Rover, the barn find Land Rover that I'm using for this, the Land Rover Range Rover, I think. I forgot which one, but yeah, the one from the barn find. It doesn't have enough top speed, surprisingly. But it's fine because you want some more handling most of the time on cross country. There is not a lot of straight line. But you do have to be careful when you're driving one of these because it can, compared to the A-Class build that I have made for the under the Land Rover, this car can flip fairly easily, so you want to be careful because the wheelbase is actually quite small, which is somewhat surprising actually. But there you go, 1 minute to 0.884. Not bad really. I mean, there is obviously one beating the Raptor because Raptor is the meta for this class. Like, heck, for rallying, the Ford Raptor also really good for some reason. So, yeah, I mean, does the job very well. Alright, for our second race, we are on Whitewater Falls Cross Country. And yes, I did talk about the 1973 Land Rover Range Rover earlier, which is what I used for this class as well. And that car is much wider, I feel, now that I think about it, compared to this. Because I feel like this car is a lot less safer, even though it performs as well as the other, as the Land Rover Range Rover from 1973 that I'm using. So yeah, maybe because how small it is compared to that thing, that's why. But then again, I put on some more stuff on top, which means the center of gravity is a lot higher. Which arguably you don't want to have a higher center of gravity when you have a car like this. I mean, there you look really manly and stuff, yes, but they tend to roll over rather easily. Right. Let's land it nicely on the ground. Yeah, that's a lot of speed loss from that one. It's fine though. But yeah, it has it feels like it wants to roll over most of the time, even though it doesn't. Like, I should have been more confident with this car, but for some reason it doesn't give me that much confidence. I mean, then again, I'm not that great with cross-country race, so that's my only excuse there, really. But yeah, this car is actually a lot heavier than the 1973 Range Rover. So, you know, like it felt like it should be able to handle itself worse, but not really actually. Like it still can do fairly well around the corner here and there. It as fast as the Range Rover on A-Class. But I don't know. It's just that there is some feeling that doesn't give me the confidence to drive this car a lot. Maybe that's what happened. Oh man, I feel bad right now. Oh, that feels bad. That feels terrible there. So, yeah, there is one weakness about this car. It changes direction a bit too easily compared to the 1973 Land Rover Range Rover. Yes, you hit lamppost, it will change the direction. Yes, you go to the water, it will change the direction. Like, yeah, that is your problem there. Okay, we're on the mountain foot cross country, and this time I'm going to use the anything goes restriction, so we will have a bunch of cars, like a bunch of forts again, which arguably there are quite a bit, but we do have a few all-wheel drive cars like the Ford Focus, the Audi TTS, and well, that's about it actually. And then Nissan GTR 93 for some reason. That's the only Nissan GTR, by the way, on this race. There is Lancia 037, which is a rear-wheel drive, but that is us with the Defender 90. So let's see how this car goes with this particular one. So we're starting uphill, which is not bad actually, because it has a lot of power under the hood. 433, I think. But it jumps a lot, so yeah. There is the barn there, if you still haven't find that one. It's like on this peak of the mountain. The car is pretty tall, so it can get hard to look at the lower ground, like that particular one. But yeah, actually, that's not bad. And what I'm trying to prove here is that it will change direction when we hit something like the body of water here, which is actually this time it's not that bad. That time it wasn't so bad, but other times it can get pretty terrible. Alright, we're not using the jump there this time. But it stops really well for a car that goes over 1000 and over. Okay, that's just my terrible driving there, what the hell? But yeah, it does its job very well. And it's really, the strong point is actually the corner, but I messed it up myself there, so I mean, I know this car is good on cornering, but my driving isn't actually do justice for this car. Because, well, I'm not that great on cross-country race, to be honest. For me, it's just too random. Can we catch up with the guy on the front, on this corner here? Probably not. It's too far of a gap. I mean, around 1 second, I'm feeling. Oh, we're closing the gap around the... Oh, I got blocked. I mean, I could have gone a wider line, but it's really hard to do with this. So, yeah, the gap is just 0.2 seconds afterwards, but I want to overtake it from the left, but there is a house. If I try, I will get stopped anyway. And if I go to the right, it's wider and, well, you know how snow is really slidey, right? So, yeah. The car actually has a pretty good handling, like, it catches up really well around the corner, which is one of the biggest, hardest thing to do in cross-country usually. So there you have it, the Land Rover Defender 90. It's has a really good handling. I mean, well, it doesn't have the best top speed, yes, but handling-wise, oh man, this thing is really good. Alright everyone, Shikai Hokan here, reporting for the end of the the video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you like it, feel free to activate that like button. If you want to see more of my content, you can put a mark on my head with that subscribe button. And lastly, any kind of support and feedback would be really appreciated. So, thanks for watching, and remember, I'm keeping my eyes on you. Keep on living, buddy.